Everybody uses it. Google it. You'll see how many thousands of organizations, political parties that have used this animal as a symbol. It's a common symbol across the world. You can use a lion, you can use a cheetah, you can use a jaguar. It doesn't matter. Using animals as symbols, it's something that has been practiced for eons. It's nothing new. It is nothing new. The PPP has a what? A cup, symbolic of fulfillment, because you need a cup can last forever. Tigers grow, they age, then they die. A cup can outlive a tiger. A cup can also outlive a palm tree. You understand? Why are you making an issue about a tiger? It's an animal. You don't own it. It was not first discovered in Guyana. The tiger is a native of the continent of Africa and India. I think India. It's not unique to Guyana. Stop this bullshit. Fucking nonsense. You're garnering sympathy for that idiot. You want GCOM to strike the symbol of the party of the man? It is not illegal. GCOM has no authority to do that unless they are conflicting symbols, like Roar. If Roar party is contesting the elections, they first had the symbol. I mean, in the politics of Guyana. So if they are on the nomination, if they decide, hey, we only then GCOM can say, hey, somebody's already here with that symbol. You have to make a few adjustments. But if there's nobody else contesting the elections with that symbol, none of the 24 parties, fucking ridiculous. Imagine that. Was 28, now it's 24. If there's nobody else, then why are you making an issue with this man and his and using the tiger as a symbol? The tiger belongs to nobody. Nobody. Not because some indigenous or Amerindian or whatever decide to take the tiger as a symbol for whatever reason. They don't own it. Nobody in Guyana owns the tiger or owns the animals. No, nobody. You understand? It belongs to nobody. It belongs to nature. Nature. So whatever sentiment you're going to attach to that is bullshit. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Leave the man and the tiger. All right? You're going to pick on something as stupid as that? As stupid as that. You have bigger fishes to fry. The bigger fishes that you have to fry is focus your base. Keep their attention singular. Keep their attention on the PPP. And all these other people who are jumping around making an issue about the symbol, you started it first. Robert Passon, you started to make an issue out of it. So whoever else comes and take that issue, the public will not say that they are not attached to the PPP. They will say PPP somehow influenced these organizations to come out and try to get this man to take the symbol back. It's a stupid move. It's a nonsensical move. You don't want public sympathy for that idiot? What's wrong with you people? Poor people, poor people, the only thing poor people have to offer is their sympathy. That's the only thing they have. Sympathy. And their sympathy follows their actions. I mean, their actions follow their sympathy. You see, I'm thinking about this stupid issue, and I'm confusing myself. It's nonsense. Let the man use the damn symbol. Even if there are other people there with the symbol, so what? So what? The man's party is win. Win, not PPP, win. WIN. So if I was in the race and my party is pimp and I want to use the same animal, it should not be a problem. My party is pimp, not win. If you go with the same name, win, and the same animal, then it should be an issue. But regardless, if everybody wants the same animal, but they have different initials, so what? You are garnering sympathy. You are making the public, the poor, depressed section of Guyana that is looking for a savior, that believes in the promises of rich people, that look up to rich people, that tells them, hey, you also can be like me, a millionaire or billionaire. Even though it's bullshit, even though it's nonsense, they don't care. They are willing to believe anything and anyone who is willing to give them some kind of hope that they can live in a house with air conditioning, sleep on a foam mattress, drive a car. They would buy any rhetoric that leads them to that. You don't want that to happen. Ignore the man. Ignore the man. He has nothing to lose. You think sanctions will stop him from living? Do you think Azruddin Mohammed needs to get on a plane to feel alive? There are people right now in Guyana who has never left their neighborhood. Never left their neighborhood. They have never even went to Georgetown. Never went to Cheditown. Fuck Georgetown. Cheditown. Never. And they've lived a wonderful life, a fulfilled life, everything they have. You think you need to leave Guyana to live? So what if the man can't leave the country? Who gives a shit? You know how many poor people there can't even leave their village because crime is so high, they're afraid to take the buses. They're afraid to drive on the roadways. And you're going to make this man who probably traveled most of his life before sanctions, who traveled the whole of Guyana because he could afford it, you're going to pick on him? He has nothing to lose. You have a lot to lose, PPP. You have a lot to lose. You want him to be in a position of power to make you compromise come September? Is that what you want? Because if you understand human beings, all them geniuses that you have there, President Ali, all them brainiacs and them geniuses you have more geniuses than the PNC. Because Indian people are smart, clever, smart people. Let them advise you about social psychology, how human beings think, how this thing works. Let them advise you. Let them take a break from counting money and count votes and see how much they can count before elections. Do that projection. But stop picking on these men. You are bringing unwanted, unnecessary attention to Azruddin Mohammed that he doesn't deserve. The man is happy for the marketing that he's getting. He's happy. Every time you take him to court, he trends. You fucking idiots, man. You're getting me angry. Every time that man goes to court, he becomes more popular. Every time an issue arises with him, he connects with people. Every time. You honestly think black people are going to vote for him? You honestly think so? They wouldn't. The blacks in Guyana would have two choices: President Ali or Aubrey Norton. Azruddin Mohammed is not a choice amongst black people. They're just using him like they always use people. They're hanging their mouth where they can get some change. But at the end of the day, they don't give a shit about him. They hate the fact that he's a self-proclaimed billionaire and he's throwing it in their faces. They hate that. They hate the hell out of that. But because they hate you and the PPP, they'll pretend to support anyone that stands supposedly against the PPP. It doesn't mean they'll vote for that person. You know you can't trust Negroes, right? You know that. You can't trust Negroes. So therefore, who is Muhammad targeting? Who? The poor, left behind, frustrated, slum trodden. Slum trodden means they live in the areas where if a little rain falls down, their whole yard is flooded, their whole street is flooded. They still have to deal with pit latrine. They still have to shower in uh, small houses in the yard or something like that. Those Indians. And there are thousands of them. Thousands of them. They're the ones he's appealing to. He's appealing to them. And when they look at him, when they look at Azruddin Muhammad, they see one of them, an Indian who's a Muslim. That's what they see. They don't see a black man. They see an Indian man who hates the PPP just like they hate the PPP. And these are your base. These are people that would have walked from Berbice to Georgetown behind and for Cheddi Jagan. They would band themselves together, sacrificed. They would offer their last money if it means boosting the chances of the PPP to come back into government. That is how loyal they are. When you spend your resources to target this man that has nothing to lose, you must understand You have a lot to lose because you, President Ali, you don't just come alone. You come with a whole team of bodies, PPP strongholds, the business community, the international community, your loyal followers. You have a large team behind you. So when you lose, they fucking lose. Are you going to risk all of that for some idiot who's also an Indian? Talk to me. You're giving the man too much attention. Imagine that. A few days ago, this man was absent. Nobody knew he existed. Spending daddy's money and just hanging around and with his jet ski and all these things. That's it. Nobody gave a darn about him. He saw an opportunity because you helped him and your friends helped him. He took advantage of the opportunity. And now, because of him, you can't sleep. You are the legend. You are the legend. And you are acting as though you are threatened by this guy, this man boy. You are threatened. You need to know what is trending. Why do you think on social media there are men who fake riches? They fake riches. They come online with some fake money, spread it on a bed, fake jewelry, fake this, fake that. They scam a lot of people just to buy some Chinese made sneakers that looks like the real thing, and they come online and they pose. And you see how crazy poor people get for those guys? Because the new celebrity is wealth. If you have this, give this impression that you have made it, you get the attention of the young people. Those young, horny teenage girls that wants a millionaire dick in them, and those boys who can't wait for an opportunity to hustle so that they can get some girls. They look up to those idiots. It just happened that such an idiot is now running for the presidency of Guyana. You get it? You didn't get it. To the young people in Guyana who are from the slums of Guyana, Azruddin Mohammed is a celebrity. The more you persecute him, the more it seems like you are attacking him, the more they can't wait for election fucking day to vote for him. You understand? You don't want that. The majority of the voters are female and young, men and women. The majority. They can run to the voting station. They can stand all day in line. They can. They're the majority. Take the attention away from this guy. Enough of it. Enough of it. You also know, PPP, that the media houses, the so called media houses in Guyana, they don't like you. You know how much propagandists online that make their 1 and 2 minutes video a bunch of crap, but they have these idiots who listen to them and follow them. And those idiots are the majority who will vote. You have 80% or 90% of the online podcasts, so-called fuckluencers, who are against you. And look what they're promoting. They're still on this Adriana case, still on that shit. They're promoting that. They're promoting this. The G on the picture, you see that thumbnail you see on the thing, on the YouTube there? We have G president. I think it needed to zoom out a bit more. But G president, it meant Guyana's president, good president, great president, genius president. Versus who will be next? G Prince, gangster prince, ghetto prince, Google prince, gully prince. Yeah, that's Azruddin. So I had to put the two there. Where did I put that picture? Yeah, here he is. If you don't stop persecuting that ass there, he might get a lot of, you know, business. He might become the neighborhood celebrity. A lot of the voters may want to ride him. You understand? All of this is not necessary. All of these things is just helping the man. It's helping him. The fact that he had the audacity to go into a neighborhood, probably if he had the right information or the right counsel, they will tell him, listen, this is a Chedi town. This is PPP stronghold. You don't come here. But in his mind, they're Indian and he's Indian. So Chedi or not, he was confident enough that at least they would hear him out. Because he's thinking, these are Indian people. I'm Indian, so I'm going. And he took the risk and he went. But understand what I'm saying here. His motivation was, these are poor Indians. He's a rich Indian. He's going to connect with poor Indians. They're one people. He didn't look at the possibilities that they might run him out. And that is what you are taking for granted. Because while they might run him out of the place or the area, they might very well vote for him. Those are the things that are helping the guy. It's helping the man. It's helping his chances. Sympathy is a very strong emotion. When you appeal to the sympathetic part of a human, they do things without thinking. And afterwards, then they think. But all of those things are just helping. But the neighborhood has to do what the neighborhood has to do. But you have to be the strong man. You have to be the confident man. You have to let them understand that, look, I don't give a shit where he goes. And you call out to the people, listen, we are not gangsters. We are not thugs. The PPP are not thugs. They are not gangsters. The PPP are a democratic set of people, peaceful set of people. We believe in justice and freedom and opportunities, equal opportunities for everyone. If the man wants to go wherever, he's free to go. It's Guyana. Guyana is free for everyone. Go wherever you want.